pabe. Ye bie ya pro hiama ya kwabe. Papa wo sikanso ni medi hiao. Oko jesi chana wa breye mponyono. Amemu oboni esi konto bohini. Ye hu fitempo aye se koko. Kona wo beka semno ya sha won funu muma. Timemu fu na ye pray. Dollar bako sidi timinto. Drop wire den. Gravity minto, ready for quanso, so I won't minko. Kakroye bedi and so boys was a timinto. Kenya Sampi Namano, Quasi, Ayare, Hunyum, Bina, Hashe, Makume, Mama, ye, and your door, Hunyum, Namito, Quasi, Ayare, Hunyum, Bina, Hashe, Makume, Muma, da,
yeah. Cut out to share any project. Rebel so ye be to serve by red. Moody yedi, Kojevesia. Namone Mabusia for a budget.
Ye quite on ya was a canene. My canea wasn't quite a news in your dear. And you will refuses to put down no boo. Yeah. You belly fool where they kill you. So corruption and dirty games. And my own refuses, Henry and Inca flow. Yeah. Now we say we are yes for. Everyone you can be needy and I want you for. But since the day you can't run rumble, who soon you will buy a bear yes a double. And you don't who you na me too. Or who you be no shame. Mama. Yeah. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, that will come. The drop one, grab and team in top. Yeah, yes, you could so yeah. Tantini and Timindi, oh, Mom Peppy, yeah, and right here,
Anytime this country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirty, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
See, I don't like people like you. I hate greedy people like you. Where that Smalley? Come here. See these little boys? The only power they have against people like you is this. And they will come after you one day. They will come after you. If you were doing your job, these boys won't be carrying this. Smalley, look me for face. General, they tell you, say one day you go be something. You go be big man. Hope that gun make her hear. Thank you. When you sabi use them, then go respect you. Because now your money, then take they do all the madness within the do. Go do your work. Let it go.
Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Anybody kitana wa blenya hard won or hard earned reputation wenya no eno ne wo power. Oh yes. It reputation na ma wonya wo power. Through reputation alone you can intimidate and win. Once it slips, you are vulnerable and you will be attacked on all sides. To wani mo nya mo ekita no enam kwa bi so na firi wo nsa se boom wawie afeni pa betwetwe se na yetwetwe ade no mikita mani mo nyam ma bre na manya. Make your reputation unassailable. Emma will be kwa mane mese wani mo nyam Always be alert to potential attacks and stop them before they happen. Make your reputation unassailable. Emma will be monyam. Always be alert to potential attacks and stop them before they happen.
One voter, one T-shirt. You hear T-shirt, they are about voters that almost wash it because MPP T-shirt they Obiani wa bati MPP T-shirt that shall be to obi foforo. Eti yet to be the rally. I ever see T-shirt. Never confuse. Never T-shirt. No man for no moon share. No I do over to and your mind. One voter, one T-shirt.
Hope and pray that this digital nonsense that is being spread all over the place will materialize. We love it, but we would only appreciate it if it comes from a truthful mouth. The mouth that continues talking digital, we are fed up with that mouth. It's a lying mouth that everybody in Ghana knows. And this is the guy who wants to be president. Jesus have mercy. These people have done my brother very, 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 very bad. It will take him time to be able to resurrect from the doldrums of lies.
Under the leadership of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, for the first time in our history,
the government of Ghana household toilet program, the building 1,900 toilets there, and rural sanitation model and strategy program, 40,348 toilets serving 3,000 communities. And then under the urban sanitation pilot project, 21,332. So under the Toilet for All program, at least 109,000 household toilets have been constructed, benefiting 856,000 people. This is quite remarkable. And because of all of this investment that has been made in the toilet infrastructure, 5,498 communities have been declared open defecation free. We are building a nation.
management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akutose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team.
Let's just say Ghanaians no nim say sebi on preduasa suku wo hoi empopa jimi wajimi emfa suku papa jimi.
大家好，晚上好。就像你们知道的那样，我们又回到了晚上好加纳这个精彩获奖的电视的节目。你们就知道，就像你们就知道的，你们不管在家也好，在酒吧也罢，你们就需要放松自己，在享受，让我们给你们带来最好、最佳的内容。
Will you keep quiet? Chai, there is God.
Me nam fiti to no. Me nam tro fiti to. Na no program say enabi mu wiase a eto die no mbeje but omo jiku foto mu a om fiti foto no to no mo di to mo di to no to foto no to ye ni to ye ni to o ji to hallelujah me ku foto am fa bo ma no bra me fiti to me ni to ye ni mo pato ji mo pato di yes o ji to di to aden yes. Oji to di to aden yes. Oji to di to
Aden.
Never get me that something. What on your power? Ya can't say one thing. It's out. And never talk. Mampam. Also on tea. So do go be no bim. Mampam. Also on tea. Nani amuka yine guna swati. Move swear. Mampam, also auntie, move swear. Mampam, also auntie. Once upon a time, animal called Mampam. Anything where them go bring them. Mampam said that king know the force. Tiger was a king. Mampam say he know the force. Elephant come, Mampam some better than you. The peaceful creature panda. Mampam said I want to know the force. Lion became a king. Mampam said I want be the worst ever. Monsomeria. Mampam now become a king. All the crawling animals, everybody become minister. Ya ton ya color TV, ya dibia so sort of black and white. Oh my equality, oh my titi upon some cry. Oh my anima time is yo. Oh my so also auntie, so dogo be no dem. Also yo, nani amuka yine guna swati, mube sware. Mampam, also auntie, mube sware. Mampam, also yo. Mampam what you just say. Omani su onedi ojineni. Na ojari webiemu no. No jonso ajane na bia su webiemu. Mampam wa bobosia chanu ohini bia watuna kunya no so pen. Ye umuni odeye amim sam ni akasi sam kwa. Ya to yet your maimu tisama frafo areho sakio tujini oje tuono na odi tuono. Oh yeah, so dogo bi no abem na mampam no so antie no. So dogo bi no abem mo be sware. Mampam, also auntie. Babylon swan tinemo, ehone taya yeti nisono. Emra ye kaizayon, Sambra bejiane. No hosu continue so, ehone bien senko sensenia. Nebeda ya 20 jejum, anana for asase so.
In your name, of no Michichi, Mamma, Happy New Year, me, Musufu, Mr. Arakel. And a 3rd of January 2024. 3rd of January 2024 is exactly 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Ewa Hanum East Coast, all the way over 5,000 miles away from home. Inti, baby biara will be a wish me be and me mama ha, me mama chin, me mama jo, me mama chin. Baby biara will be a me Musufu, Mr. Arakel, and your first program of the year. I know it's been a while. I mean, in pre-baby, and I say, so many days I no want to remember to come more no cray, but at the end of the day, yabani the neya ba ya sabe bium sa jamana ya tabo wa hano ya sabe bium ya sabe inti mumfanche because of time constraints, you know, any nyama bebre. So but as we made a pledge and I promise, you know, anytime be a benya time kakribia and yebeba ne mo abetwetwe Ghana ho komo very very important. enti ene mo nyama bebre me e wo se me de kire mo eye ehia sem ema ye nyina Ghana fo enu nti enya ade I will not believer menka ne saying I'm not going to waste my time ewa hanum ti mon fanche me whether na fa me as a kata bi pese chi me bisa nti mon fanche me Paul Nanzu mahu ha, thank you very much. Mahu Sadat King Jafar Abdullah Seydu Steve Atta Kurantin Junior Muhammad Nuruddin Boedi Albert Ama Kakra again Idrisu Mumuni Yusuf Kalala Umul Kit mahu Ilyas Maditu mahu Ebenezer Ekron Yusuf Kalala again mahu Latif Rati Yusuf Kalala again Mamenshe wana waha Mahu Nuruddin Z Muhammad from Columbus, Usu Mahu Waha, Mahu Musa Kikat, Baba Musa, Usu Wahanum, thank you very much for doing the watching. Mahu Moro Balatif, Usu Waha, Tim Tommy, you are also here. Kofi Lord Mensa, Usu Mahu Wahanum, thank you very much for doing the watching. Mahu Hasbunallah, Hasballah Kinsman, Mayaki. Thank you very much for doing the watching. Jamal Muhammad, Sarki Busanga Fuina, North America, I've seen a couple of people on YouTube, but I really can't see your names. I don't know, for some reason, I'm system not I freeze. He say a Jamaica cranty. I'm shaking the Kakrama YouTube or Moon Church will be or ABR. I will be able to get your names and acknowledge you. Very, very important. Tigana for thank you very much for doing the watch. As I said, Enyama Bibri, Emmanuel Zion, Usu Wahanum, Bozet Kwesi, Muina Mohanum, Abdullah Seydu, as I said. A whole lot of people, Mohanum, thank you very much for doing the watching. Me Musum for Mr. Arek. We are going to talk about Ghana strictly, as you know. Boy Fantastic, Muina Maba. You are welcome. You are welcome to Real Talk. Me Musum for Mr. Arek. Kevin Ekobedi Taylor. Kevin Taylor, dear. And yen nene meka na asem me no asem pa simply because say Salah edruye me ma yesene me nam from Ghana edeba America ha in New York ene minya adaje epaso bi ene me shepu koma Kevin Taylor. Now I was supposed to drive there, but because of one or two circumstances in unforeseen circumstances in no my intime anko. So what I did in say me pese mudi me dance here sa na me be hu jagu ni to so a amanfo nka say bia ade na Mr. Arek eye Kevin Taylor sa me nya daje unse de bia na obeka nam enam kitikiti obehwe sa enam ne nsada betena hanya daje e passe enam a me ma omudi bi free Ghana bre me e package bi e send ma Kevin Taylor e ma ne hwiye e frame me ka che me say we die wo ba be ka won asem social media or platform so oba ye wanti man acknowledge me din e no kra nye me problem Christmas aso me friend na ne phone edum enu na me yo anka me friend no kra no fa ye no twa ntro kire na so o ka che me so na won shede dis kanti won kuma abo bi akra anka nya me ya wa shede dum ne phone because onim se me frɛ e dey say won nko na edi ne holidays won nko na awe na akokɔ won nko na anom ne whiskey ewia na wa betina social media na wa ba na wa de me adane sokodua na wa de atwetwe ne se enya hwe na me am say information we wo ha wo tie me still no me man the benefit of the doubt the year is still young me train me Christmas package into hashtag Kevin Taylor send Mr. Article Christmas package montage mami hashtag Kevin Taylor send Mr. Article's package for him into me train. The year is still young. Me twanya me Christmas gift a free no because won't me women na mo mfa nkosa. And I'm na e buy and no so but yes wunu anya kura wunu ano no. Me nya adaje paso bi di koma o. Na me eduru Christmas what should I do my phone? What should I do my phone? Kevin Taylor, I know you are watching me. What should I do my phone? Aha, inti know the ade bi a me mfa nche. Last 2 years last year me dey che this year the me mfa nche meje. Ye dwa ewa hiya enti mauna boy oto enten send me Christmas gift to mommy and yes dia and me know with the party this time around. Shout out to all of you. Merry Christmas to all our lovely Christian followers and family. and happy new year, prosperous new year. We hope say this year no will be more fruitful than last year. All the plans I share last year itimi achieve ye edanyame ase. The intimi achieve no, we hope say this year all the plans I be share no ye nyame din mu ni tumi mu ntino we will be able to fulfill all our promises and I say all our visions are eda yenim. The ni titru ni say vision eda yenim this year ni say we are going to do everything possible within our power by his grace to make sure say we kick this corrupt ineptitude kind of a government from the system. You be kick them out. Na yedi Aban Papa is going to be led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Bisi said the beya ombetime move Chrono to the position ya ebe buati my mufono. This has been our teachings all these years, and we are still by it. We stick by it. We are not going to deviate from that principle, because sa aban we ni de ye na ye mu say aban we no by phone. Yes, or by phone from Nana Akufo Addo by the last messenger no. The entire government a foolish government. Period. We enya afa na eba betu sebi there be because nkofo we aba ama ye hu say ya so ansuo aso ansa ehu de mu odu. These people came only to loot. They came to create, to loot and share. Period. Oman be bi ambo o man no. So the next thing on person omo ye ni say, on person omo wi abanim na omo break it. Enu nti na me ba be this am nkomo wi. And this is the reason why today you see me on your screens. So we are live on Facebook on Real Talk. We are live on Facebook on Consensus Citizens of Ghana. We are live on YouTube on Real Talk TV. We are live on Facebook. Mr. Atako, we are live on Facebook. Shafiq Mohammed Suleiman. And then if I get the notification, say we are live on Loud Silence TV. Mema Maswati sharp and also there. I'm still waiting for feedback from the Ghost team. Ghost team, Muso as a moya hadrin and sing. Moya hadrin. Muso Christmas gift to menya. And I'm not made by Kevin Taylor catch me say Muso munye bi every munye bi. They say a drew me meso. A drew me meso. Me so edru no. You people are not even being nice to me because I single-handedly I was able to cater for you, all of you, with the meat. Na me nko only me in your midst. Christmas also we nya bona biscuit, ne we nya malta milk, ne we nya kanko, we nya camel. We sen nko bako. You will be able to sort me out. But the mu ye ye pa na se mu ye yi me ama. Aha, mu ye yi me ama. Mu hwe yi mu ma ye njai de ye no. Ghana for me Mr. Areke, we are going to talk strictly about Ghana. Without much ado, we are going to cut Ghana once very, very important. Now, in some see, as I said, now my tight power because of one or two things be any time constraints now I couldn't speak on a lot of stuff, but we are going to speak briefly on one or two things. Now we delve deep into the topic of the day. My betna a very, very important. Nyoma mienu eti my betna Nana Quack lawyer, Nana Akufo Addo the Quack lawyer and his lame vice president. Now we're supposed to add the dark, but deliberately enemy dark ni through a very, very important. Maminshe.
This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country. Feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country. As a Ghanaian, we need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country. As a Ghanaian, we need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
We shall rescue our country. Before this, Before that, moment there, Nana Ochimai, and I say, yeah, Ochihini, Amotia of Ripini, Wakasa, the moment here, okay.
People think success is showing your material wealth. If you have stolen money to be successful, you're not successful. If your bank account is stained with the blood and the sweat of the poor, you're not successful. If getting up there, you made other people poorer, you are not successful. If you dip your hands in the public till and expunge from it money that will build hospitals, schools, churches, pay teachers well, build bridges, to deny a child malaria treatment, you are not successful. Future generations will not build a monument in your name.
So, Nana Ochihini, I think it's part of celebrating his birthday, and I don't know, because I see that they've written under it happy birthday. So, in his speech, you know, me kata haweda na awu point kata ya achivi. Na Ochihini some muti brofuna work no accent no. Kevin Taylor versi New Jersey taxi driver's accent. If you are a public officer, you dip your hand in the cookie jar and you think you are successful, you are not successful. If money meant for the roads, money meant for the schools, for the hospitals, and you dip your hands in it as a public officer, you are not successful. So what about Ohenia Yebeyi Sika, Ghana Sika, National Petroleum Authority Sika? Ediaman is on for celebrating the birthday. He is successful. You see, Empenumfo we no, Nana won't console. Mpenumfo we they are the reason why and the youth ni bebre omo ya omo say youth no do not respect them. Oh. Ushe enyoma esia. And this is why sometimes some of us we come hard at them because Akufo Addo mu papa mo and some of these our current politicians their fathers a free ya kotomo omo papa no na rule here in the 60s in the 50s. Omuruli ye papanum and ye nananum. And some of them were criminals and they were thieves. Omubo krono no and omunya ejapade de to oma omoma. Omoma sorry on omuka kire ye papanum so oma mobra. Forgetting say ye nananum no omunya kromfo. They forgot say ye nananum. They are not criminals, they are not thieves. They never stole from what belongs to the nation. Never. Eti ewie ye no and no mumma so aba no mudi ade ye wa hana Kevin Taylor be expose Akufo Addo ba o more brother when ye adwuma da woni record ai chese wa ye adwuma wa be restaurant about $6 million restaurant Jankuruma ya man woni expertise bia o ya man contractor woni nam bridge ase no penti over $25 million the man. At the end of the day Jankuruma be hwe me Jankuruma ma ebe hwe me ni makache me se akache me ma se omo papa amobra forgetting say omo papa Mr. Atiko no onye kromfo na eye paycheck to paycheck no follow da Jankruma na won wa mobra no ene omo maka no Stella mo no this is Stella omo mobra na omo papa no abewia kronisika dia ma omo na omo de bo omo bra no forgetting say kronisika ene Nana Ochihini amoti ofiri penyi ka kire say ye disika yensa edipo public pesa. That money is meant to develop the nation. That does not mean say we are rich. So the question here is Nana Ochihini say ye disika yensa edipo into public purse GMPC. Ne about 1.5 billion Ghana cedi. Say million Ghana cedi sorry. E the ma we say for celebrate to birthday and no richness and no no kwan so no and no waji odi abo ho bra odi building nice palace odi aye ochihin ochiman yie odi aye ho yie kama and watch wani aba I say pastors ni bi omubo omu congregations na apoa no munye sika tem omu wi na omaba afa no omu ba be kanyansa se ma kire omu followers no ebi e pastor mensa wotable ebi e Akwawe Obofo ebi Duncan Williams after so ma bo mu congregations kro no awie na o ma di o musika no I feel no more kanyami asem or more yansasem. Now they are not speaking with the scriptures, they are speaking with their minds. Now they are trying to make sense to their followers. Ebiniye time na ye yisika adiama wa celebrate your birthday no. Adenya greening say friend can be greening the environment and planting there. Ochiman yem planting bibia wo honom. In fact, matu galamsey sa dia kwa Akufo Addo backyard mu dia kotu galamsey. Na obi a ma wisika se fadu nnua. Uwie ya na wu say tutu nnua dia tu galamsey, which is illegal. I'm penumfo we. They are the reason why today the youth are not respecting them. I'm telling you. They are the reason. Now when omude fi say ene enti say bejimimre no. Ene ade bi ebesi bia no, it will be on social media forever and ever. They forget. Sense o madwene no wonyini nti no aya no madwene no yes en ye o mo say ye youth na ya ban ene o mo no ye na ya dwene ye pe ade atwem no that time there is no camera, there is no social media nti no atwem ye nkai ene Akufo Addo the beloved son abapa mahama na ya ababone abapa ne ba ya na obehwia Ghana sika de ma o build one of the most nicest palace in Ghana. Odi compete menshia palace no. Eno de enye bone ene u ba beka. You see, sometimes this is why some of the reasons why young boys na yama omo ahindie ozongo aya na I am against it no. What means that this person is a langard, he's a criminal. Okohia obi ade ebo amanfo kro na gi amanfo nsa ase wia. Yes yama na ahindie memem tuntum no. Memem bu ni se wo yo hene. These are some of the things who ya wie kro ni sika dia ma wo se fa di birthday odi akosi palace odi tutu ho odi bo ho samrane wie ya wo se be ka kire se obi a wodi ni nsa be bo kro ni sika ni mu bia ayi sika edi a share the bank account and wodi abon ho bra bia no, it doesn't mean that person is rich or a criminal. So what would you tell them? What would you say about this? When are you on our payroll? Do you get paid by the accountant general office? Do you get paid? Then this is kawe what this can be? When you're now you are coming to preach virtue to us. Emra no dear, you didn't know. Say ye Ghana sikadiama mo celebrate your birthday no. A criminal, and yet doesn't mean say you are rich. When you see we waba o kabro fa kire ye de pena na enya no Akufo Addo ya ka no asema kire mu. But sometimes I don't blame Akufo Addo. I blame all this yawe tamakulu muni wan. If someone is not good for the nation, you don't hide behind where you pain mu. Not you know the habit of the person since his infancy. Mubeka no krena ama mebunu no ento abama na mayedin ya to aba ne man bakoni wi na maba bontin. Oh, you are going to experience the bitter lesson of your life. You are going to experience the bitter presidency. You are going to regret. Meanwhile ne pakona ye youth no ye kwakoto abama no. Ye ni na mobra ye nim ne mom frasem. Nipa the only person me I know say we ye odi no kure ekire Ghana about Akufo Addo eye Nana Kunedu Agyeman Rawlings. And that's why Akufo Addo never liked it. Go no the to say Akufo Addo a third class student. Say Akufo Addo when you lawyer. Say Akufo Addo when economics and look a third class student. Say Akufo Addo Emma. So we are bad on fair. No we are high time Akufo Addo do to go back from. I will legon. Nana Kunedu na to. That's why Akufo Addo never liked Nana Kunedu. Never. Because you no that they be. And all this nyawota makulo mu kosi prat mo well Akufo Addo inche kosi prat kufuo mo ne one they knew about this. If the akola boni na nyini ye pin boni, there is no way akola boni be na ye pin boni, and there is no way akola pa be na ye a bad thing. It will take divine intervention for that to happen. But akola boni akola fun akola wanya entity ye pa woni na nyini anu wa ye pin boni. So if you look at Akufo Addo track record eba e masem kra na enu ti na onyini ya obedi president na odi se wabroniti private jet no odi nam na odi bi ko otunfo guest house. Till now they've never come to clear the air. So it's the claim is still valid and accurate. Because Sewa Broni on tape, when she was interviewed by Kevin Taylor, Otu for guest house no mukoye. She said it. These are the people they want us to look up to them. These are the kind of people. What GSK, what they are born in Hobra, what they did in birthday, what they see palace, compete with Menshia. And then when we catch say Obia or didn't sabe Bumbiano, Yesika idea ma dia di birthday no return our money to us. Because 1 year you may be a maye, Sanya Akufo Addo ne be president anka wuntimi nsi palace. Na mo 2024. Ebeye nkrafo besie oyefo se eyefo. Eyefo. Mo de mo ntwen. Medina MP Francis Xavier Sosu initiates new bill to provide 2 additional Islamic public holidays. Medina MP, where a lawyer Xavier Sosu. Now, lawyer Sosu, I initiate this private members bill. We all know the history of holidays in Ghana. Specifically, the history of Islamic holidays in Ghana. JJ, NMA in Kremofuo 1996, NMA in Kremofuo holidays, say, Ada yebegu echiria, eye Idil Fitr, yenko school, yenko ejuma. And wasama ya another holiday say, Ada eye Idil Ada, Salah kesiye de kumne nchuyenu. And so young school, young Juma, Obianje na home. In fact, Akufo Addo was vehemently against it in Parliament. I should have brought in the article. Obi wa how betima send name is article. Now Akufo Addo was against it. Akufo Addo stood to argue vehemently against giving Muslims holidays in Ghana. And ye bosirim kan e yadia esi wo man Ghana. Akufo Addo, he was totally against it. Now, the reason why I brought this in is Lawyer Sosu is the MP for Medina. He's one of the few pro bono lawyers. Yeka pro bono lawyer. Odi among first asema omo ewo court free. Wanjiteku enji sempoa. Lawyer Sosu just came to Parliament in 2021. So this is his 3rd year. Awumi. So we're pretty young, pretty new. Why I brought this up, and he said, Lawyer Sosu being even new in Parliament, you know. Number 2, when you're Muslim, when you're Kremoni, and can Kremo for holidays, you're fan hoben. But Lawyer Sosu sat down and thought, say, or think, say, there are certain things to be a nya about the imbalances, any injustices about the way our holidays na or Ghana yati chemuna, especially these religious holidays. To Lawyer Sosu say there be. In fact, even community now when we lead you largely formed by Muslims, and he has been with them, so he understands their cry. Even though when you crimony, God being so good, Lawyer Sosu edi asemwe ba ye no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama assume na John Dramani Mahama e kan yini.
It is our intention to resolve the situation where some of our Muslim brothers and sisters do not enjoy the public holiday at the end of the Ramadan fast due to the 29 or 30-day rule based on sighting of the moon. Therefore, we will add an additional holiday to the celebration of Eid al-Fitr. If inshallah we are voted into office, we will add an additional holiday to the Eid al-Fitr celebration. And we are going to do this by reconfiguring the Public Holidays Act so that Ghana maintains overall the same number of public holidays per year so that we do not affect productivity.
So, lawyer Sosu Eddie Assembly private members bill we sponsor what they call parliament. So we started having this discussion. And John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, Aja Tum say Yamia don't know we need elections na 2025. They will tweak the public holidays I war Ghana. Yeah, man, no so they tianete by your few ones be woma. A win here, so he's going to substitute that with the additional day now. What they babeka increment for public and increment for holidays in him because of the Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. John Mahama enyem kremoni. John Mahama is a Christian, devoted Christian. Likewise, lawyer Susu is a Christian. But because of their track record, because of the track record of the NDC since its inception, JJ time, because they are fond of giving Muslims that well-deserved holidays is due to them. Now, is it not surprising, say, we have Muslims in parliament since 1992. We have the coalition of Muslim lawyers in parliament since 1992. We have Northern Muslim caucus in parliament since 1992. And in the recent past, we had Muslims who were the face of parliament when it comes to the NDC side. Some have been there for over, 11 years or something. Honorable Muntakarun Idrisu. They've been there for years. You see, sometimes you can't some waha. You ni otan bi ama obi awu. Eye omodimbo, eye nyoma we initiate wo de boa wo manfo e na ma ye hu se da bi nipa we wo adwempa wo timan pa wo dwene ni manfo ho e ba ne sect and e ba the people he or she is leading in parliament. Lawyer Sosu Muslim. Ye won kremofo. In fact, the day I hear Kwakotu about to approve or disapprove, most of the Muslim parliamentarians deliberately, they were absent from parliament. Because then tia, a year or more ya say, lawyer Sosu enye kremoni, were young, or by parliament da ben, and one wababe initiated such a laudable idea, and it will go against them. Because some of us have been telling our people, say, especially the Muslim and Zongo community, say, most of our people in parliament, they are liars. They are politicasters. They are liars. They don't care about you. They are there to make a living. They don't. Adio Munyani say, Bibibesi in Zongo, in the Muslim dominated community, no mabejina ho, Jama Koya Nkuri, Kunsa Muna Tare da ku, Muna Tare da ku, Muntemekeku, oh, Munya Butre, Diesi, ye nipa ye kuni, ye be make sure say, Nyama to akototin, ni na ye lie. It's a facade. It's a make a believe. America for base deja vu. That is who they are. That is politics for them. They always wait for something to happen so they can show face. Now, you can say, oh, MP way, oh, waya won't say, at the end buy na no di enimu. Oh, MP way, at the end see na our mass cement 100 bags. Oh, MP way, at the end see na our Obama 5,000 Ghana. That is what they want for votes. But so omuyi omakumem aya dia bo omunkrofo titru the Muslim caucus or the Muslim brothers MPs in parliament, majority of them, they don't care about being there to represent their people. No, they don't. We were here just last 2 years, 2021. Rastafarians, boys, any woman sister, our Ghana. You see, your mom go school with dreadlocks. As a Ghana, endanim butu. As a Ghana, endanim butu. At the end of the day, the High Court ruled say Nkwalani betima school with their dreadlocks. It happened in Ghana. That is going to take me straight to my next topic. So deliberately, before Parliament went on recess, they were supposed to be there. Most of them, they deliberately were absent from Parliament, just so that the bill now lawyers would not see the light of day. Because I know initiative, and this has been their track record since day one. Say I know di adie beba, no obi the bar, they will never support it. They will pretend as if they support it, but when the day comes for them to put it into action, then you will see that they did not support it from day one. This is what they do. This has been their track record. This has been their hallmark. That is what they do. Lawyer Associate enye kremoni, John Dramani Mahama enye kremoni. How many Muslim parliamentarians have you seen them backing this laudable idea? None. By my sincere Mayembe Kasa, you will get some ignorant nincompoop twats, dimwits, very ignorant. No mabetina. Muta honawu muntaka, muta honawu Arune Idrisu, muta Muntala Muhammad, muta Abubakar Boniface, muta Collins Dauda, muta KT Hammond, muta ABF Husseini, muta Rashid Pelpu, muta wamo, because wamuna hear the face of Muslim. No, Parliament they are not there to serve our interests. They are not there to serve our interests. Most of them. And if you want to know what I said is right, just go back last 2 weeks before Parliament went on recess and check how many of them were absent in order for them to be present to make sure say they vote on this bill. How many of them were absent? Didn't they know say on that day, on the if anything schedule for that day, they knew say it was in the schedule and they said they are going to deliberate on this bill now. Lawyer Associate initiative. God being so good. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the incoming president, Adja Tum say, whether they pass it or not, or no bar, he will make sure say this particular bill sees the light of the day. And baby John Dramani Mahama Ekasai, His Excellency the Vice President was there and he also spoke. He was dead silent on the topic. You see, sometimes this is why Bawumia is not serving the interest of Muslims. Bawumia is power drunk. Bawumia is 2 minutes. That's it. Bawumia, the dean nankasana wum he doesn't understand. Anka way is beyond politics or politicking. Even if Lawyer Sosune initiative and a John Dramani Mahama a second day now, you can also second support because this is beyond politics. But John Dramani Bawumia as if so wabubu nuesina so wonhu ye wonte he has never commented on this issue. Never. We cry harmless. We cry na important, Bawumia is not commenting. But Bawumia will tell you, say, and our people will tell you, say, oh, let's vote for Bawumia because he's our Muslim brother. Oh, let's vote for Bawumia because he's a northerner. What makes him a legitimate Muslim brother and a legitimate northerner? When these are the kind of things we see him spearheading. These are some of the things I'm a person Ghana for the teacher minionum zongo for any for you have to avert your minds on stuff like this. The NDC is the only party and this has been evidently clear since 1992. Clear. The only party no. Now can you say what's the name of this minister? Anka mobile power into what's the name 2017 anka wanka say your friend me ayen send WhatsApp Yes. And no na how omo ye fenya me a it pollutes the air enti ehu nya e was send WhatsApp. Eti yenuanom amuwo ha mutie ene mo amuwo certain extraordinary love for our Muslim brothers who are in parliament. You know. Talk to them. Talk to them. May I know. I've taken my stand. I know, so we don't go into parliament to practice religion. That's why they don't go there to read the Quran or the Bible. So I know they are there for their gains. They pretend as if said they are there to serve our interests. That's what they do. They pretend. Ghana for move on. Now, this write-up is very long. Me post to my page. Where a write-up will be a concerned citizen address to His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo Addo. I'm just going to summarize it because I've read it twice and it's too long. I just want you guys to see the caption. Now, I summarize and I'm actually this. I hope say you can see the caption because caption and person. Or say open letter to His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo Addo. I didn't know. Okay. I'm not seeing the rest. Okay. Open letter to His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo Addo about perilous occurrence at Wesley Girls High School, Cape Coast. Okay. So, we copy to office of the president. What is the input of this write-up? So, it has turned out to be, say, Adia yabonhu dewuru no. It's still persisting in Ghana. Adia ekoso. Still. We all know, say, this shambolic free SHS, there were so many disadvantages. Bako any say, enkolako school 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No mabe fie 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. So adia say abane say typically Wesley Girls and a Kumasi Anglican. Now Kumasi Anglican no. I saw the write-up somewhere, me press release, but I didn't man download you. My search me, so I'm not going to speak much on that. When a craminti, I'm going to base on this to make my submission. And Kolanuko school now, Ewe Cape Coast, Wesley Girls. I'm talking about currently. This happened, this letter was dated 24th December 2023. Currently, before San Colano, Ediba vacation for the Christmas break, you know. Colano Kodi, I think 5 weeks, so 4 weeks. I don't know, and Colani Befieno, about 7 or 8 different students. Our Muyan Cremofon Kola, or Madani Christians. They didn't just convert into Christianity. They were forced at Wesley Girls in Cape Coast. They were beaten. They were forced. Say, Omundani Christians. No, they were, in fact, they were baptized. So who did you write up now? A womb. They were baptized. You baptized a woman. Our Wesley Girls. Omu be fie no ene ema omu Bible any pamphlet mission books ni bi akola bia say tie nie ene dia ama no omu ina dia be fie And Kwala 4 or 5, they live within the same neighborhood. This is happening currently in Ghana. And yeah, baby, Ghana. It's happening live. And we have Muslim representative in parliament. We have them. That's why I'm saluting Lawyer Susu. We have Muslim representative. Even though the school no name say they have no audacity or capacity to do what they are doing. They know. Ghana is a secular state. We don't have any mission school in Ghana. We don't have any Muslim school in Ghana. We don't. And they know. But because our laws do not bite, yemra no enye djuma ento obi asori anu wodi nkwasiasem na wodi muasem. Nkremofon kwala ko school ye force omo say omunjai kremosum no omunko church, in fact to the extent of baptizing the kids. Ye baptize omo, ya baptize omo. Just 3 weeks or 4 weeks omo call ye first year students. 3 weeks or 4 weeks now omo call ye no. Ya baptize omo omo Bible and some books so omunsuya in Ghana. In Ghana today, as we speaking, in Ghana, I keep saying this. We don't have any mission school in Ghana. You can build your school and name it Jesus Christ International School or Senior High School. You can build your school and name it Prophet Muhammad Senior High School or International School. It doesn't mean say it is under the rules and regulations of an Islamic state. Ghana is a secular state. Ghana is a secular state, and all the schools in Ghana, they derive their laws under the GES, Ghana Education Service. And Ghana Education Service, it is in their book, in their constitution. Ghana is not a religious state. No, sorry. Ghana is not a Christian state nor Islamic state. No. Ghana is a secular state. You cannot force someone, you cannot coerce someone to partake in your way of worship against their will or wish. But it is happening. We have all these parliamentarians, ABA Fuseni, with all this big English and how do you call it, proverbs. We have Muntala Muhammad with all this screaming, shouting. He doesn't want anybody to make his point. We have all these guys. Rashid Pelpo from Wa, yeah, he subtly, he will be speaking as if he's dozing. We have Honorable Muntaka, yes, he can even exchange blows with Kennedy Japan in parliament to show how aggressive and strong he is. We have Arun Edrisu, who is a lawyer and can come and sit on camera and tell people that Adwoa Safu was not the one in parliament, it was an impersonation, but he has never filed any case in court. All these guys are there, they are Muslims. They always wait for something to happen and they will present themselves as if they are helping us to resolve the issue. We all know in Ghana, you cannot bar anybody from going to an institution based on his or her religion or geographical location. Chapter 5, Article 17, Clause 1, Clause 2, Clause 3. You can't. Education Act under Kwame Nkrumah 1961. No person shall be refused admission as a people or refused attendance as a people at any school on account of their religious persuasion, nationality, race, or language of himself or of either of his parents. Only who can say ube prevent you from going to any school in Ghana. Any school. Because we are Kremoni, and we are traditional believer, and we are Christian. Ana nima mekasa ne kasa because one kachi ana one house ana one kankran ye enunti no udi enu no discriminate against the person to prevent the person from enjoying the basic fundamental human rights of the person. Chapter 5, Article 7, Article 25, the right to education. Whoever does that, Article 17, Clause 1, Clause 2, Clause 3, is perpetrating or committing discriminatory act against the person, which is a crime. And I keep telling you, there is no religious school in Ghana. There is no St. Monica's where there be since 1961 under Kwame Nkrumah. There is no school where a Christopher, because our Muslim brothers and sisters are fond of making that mistake. So then they do call school, you were Azaria, you were TIA Mass, you were one why was so call now who call a Christopher school. That's why they no. We have Christians who went to TIA Mass, they were never forced or coerced to go to Masalachu or to read the Quran. And the fact say a free school in Wesley girls or Monicas or whatever does not mean say they are operating under the laws of a Christian country. So as we speaking, they are committing crime against the students now. Or move force or baptize them. There is no Christian school in Ghana. There is no Muslim school in Ghana. It is autonomous. It operates under the laws of a Muslim state or a Christian state. No test or inquiry shall be made of or concerning the religious beliefs of pupils or students prior to their admittance to any school or college. So obi apply for school. You cannot ask the person, say, we a Cremoni, and now we a Christian, and now we a traditional believer, and now we a Buddhist, before giving the person admission. Oh yes, sana wa from umra. And this is under the GES even today. We are still using this law. We are still using this law. 3. No person attending or desirous of attending a school as a pupil shall, if his parents object, be required to attend or to abstain from attending, whether in the institution or elsewhere, any Sunday school or any form of religious worship or observance or any instruction in religious subjects. Obienua ni na wofo de ni beko school na wofo no ama obia mu sa na teach school ne mu se we kremoni ana we Christiani ana we traditional believer ana we Buddhist na wofo no aka se won pese ne ba beko church na wofo ne se medena ba Arabic and English school me pese me ba ne beko Arabic ana we traditional believer other Arabic and English school ana say the other one we say oh me bani a traditional believer me peso obeko church me peso obeko nkremu na wa force no person na wa force no say chinchine twan Arabic and English into no ye na ye dos into ye force akola na makola na akofren kremu ana a Christopher na dos into no under the disguise of a Christian school into no ye force akola na makola na church to the extent of baptizing the kid. And the Christians, majority of them, 95% of them are fan of doing that. Ye ina ye buye ma ye ko church. Me two way me be to church in your matrewa. Obeka se minye kremoni. But I learned it since my childhood. I mean tremadi. Sa adie we ya kan wasem sa I think it's about time say some of us take a different step altogether because our parliamentarians are not ready to help us because they are not interested in this. They always want something to happen so that they will come and sit on camera or they will be interviewed for them to make a believe as if say they are fighting for us. That is what they are interested in. They are not interested in supporting us because we have all the laws that bars this criminality. It's a criminal act. We have all the laws that bars this criminality. Me trema die. Eba. Wait a minute.
But I say that since 1961, when the Education Act was passed, all mission schools became public schools. So in the strict sense of its nomenclature, in all our laws, we have public senior high schools since 1961. And the recently passed education law last year makes it clear under Section 26E that the GAS has oversight responsibility in the management of all senior high schools.
The argument that it wasn't put there for religious reasons, but for health reasons.
Of course, the policy is discriminatory because its enforcement constricts the enjoyers of one's mandatory underline, mandatory religious practice. This is more serious than Achimota, where Rasta is not mandatory in Rastafari, but fasting is mandatory in Islam. So the implementation of this rule constricts the enjoyance of the manifestation of one's mandatory religious practice. To that extent, rules are always subsidiary. They cannot supersede the constitutional provisions for freedom of religion and the manifestation of one's religion.
Okay.
We were educationists, we're a professional, or a professor. The issue of your man kola and your fasting sorry by just last 2 years, 2021. And he was interviewed. I'm going to play the video again. Muntie attentively with the submission I will make. In the beginning, he made it emphatically since 1961, because that is the law we are still operating. We don't have any mission school in Ghana. So this a dream dinner a xenophobic criminal or mudijina so discriminated against us, some of us, it has to stop. It has to cease. It has to cease.
But I say that since 1961, when the Education Act was passed, all mission schools became public schools. So in the strict sense of its nomenclature, in all our laws, we have public senior high schools since 1961. And the recently, but I say that since 1961, when the Education Act was passed, all mission schools became public schools. So in the strict sense of its nomenclature, in all our laws, we have public senior high schools since 1961. And the recently passed education law last year makes it clear under Section 26E that the GAS has oversight responsibility in the management of all senior high schools.
The argument that it wasn't put there for religious reasons, but for health reasons.
Of course, the policy is discriminatory because its enforcement constricts the enjoyers of one's mandatory underline, mandatory religious practice. This is more serious than Achimota, where Rasta is not mandatory in Rastafari, but fasting is mandatory in Islam. So the implementation of this rule constricts the enjoyance of the manifestation of one's mandatory religious practice. To that extent, rules are always subsidiary. They cannot supersede the constitutional provisions for freedom of religion and the manifestation of one's religion.
Okay.
It's simple. Finito. It's very simple. Very, very simple. We don't have any mission schools in Ghana since 1961, and even the recent Education Act amended recently. He stated it, and I brought you the relevant provision. I'm not even going into the constitution for now because it is clear. But we have our Muslim parliamentarians who care less. And he even he brought the issue of the Rastafarians and said, the issue of Rastafarians, it's not of any issue I was say because the issue of Rastafarians, mandatory. When you do dreadlocks, it doesn't. You know, it's not part of the religion as Rastafarians. It's not part. It's not part of the religion as Rastafarians, which is even clear, which we all know. In fact, we all know that because recently, Mebaha Betrem say in Jamaica, as recent as 2020, in Jamaica, High Court rule say school be rejected akwada say omo manu nko school no with dreadlocks. Omo school no, they don't accept dreadlocks. Ewo Jamaica. Ena awofo ni so omo ntia say no omo di case no court. Omo di case no court na High Court no rule say they should go and cut the dreadlocks off, or they should take the child to a different school. So school ni so omo njino e omo right. So anke religion, do you think that the High Court will pass such a judgment? So anke religion, a mandatory. Do you think that the High Court will pass this judgment? Say school ni so one dia akwala a discriminatory because of any religion, but because by choice. By choice to wear dreadlocks, that does not mean you are a Rastafarian. By choice. But enukrampo ye ba Ghana. Among for sorry ye support true ye say any rights. Obi right to practice and profess his or her religion free from saying infringement by any other person, you know. Say onkola no ko school no omukwa ko sua ade no akopanim die no eno so ye omo right no ye coerce omo ye force omo said they should convert to Christians ya baptizing onkola be 7 say 8 ema ya baptize omo ya ma omo Bible ya ma omo books e dia be fie bibia yedin bibia nsiye bibia nsiye. We are here. I think the other provisions from the Constitution is even needless. I don't have to even talk about it. Article 21, General Fundamental Rights and Freedom. General Fundamental Freedoms. All persons shall have the right to A, freedom of speech and expression, which shall include freedom of the press and other media. B, freedom of thought, conscience, and belief, which shall include academic freedom. And I see freedom to practice religion and to manifest such practice. A dorsum. Wait, a dorsum. I'm not going to even go over all this. A dorsum. A dorsum, baby. Let's move on. This is taking me right into the topic of the day. Nana Akufo Addo, the quack lawyer, and then the lame vice president. Now the issue of the vice president and the Esre Keke. I don't know whether I should take that one first or take Akufo Addo's first. Let me take Bawumia's own first. I think. Let me see how I. Yes, let me take Bawumia's own first. Because Akufo Addo there no intense reading kakrawu. Until let me take Bawumia's own first. Bawumia on 31st. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kasa momented okay.
I am here to say that as we enter 2024, this is going to be a year of a general election in Ghana. Ghana is a blessed country. We are the most peaceful country in West Africa and the second most peaceful country in Africa. We don't have to take it for granted. I believe that when you look at all our neighboring countries, you have a lot of turmoil, but Ghana seems to be an oasis of peace. But I don't think it has just happened by coincidence. I believe God has his hands on Ghana, and we should continue to pray to maintain our peace and stability in Ghana. So we may have differences politically, but the election should not result in any instability. In Ghana, when we have difficulties or disagreements over elections, we go to court and we settle the matter in court. You and I were not there, and we end stability in Ghana. So we may have differences politically, but the election should not result in any instability. In Ghana, when we have difficulties or disagreements over elections, we go to court and we settle the matter in court. You in Ghana. So we may have differences politically, but the election should not result in any instability. In Ghana, when we have difficulties or disagreements over elections, we go to court and we settle the matter in court. You and I were not there, and we will settle it that way in Ghana. So we may have differences politically, but the election should not result in any instability. In Ghana, when we have difficulties or disagreements over elections, we go to court and we settle the matter in court. You and I were not there, and we will settle it that way and go back and live peacefully. And this is how I expect the 2024 election to go peacefully. But we have to pray. Papa, please remember the country in your prayers as we execute the 2024 election. I would say that Papa threw an open invitation for next year, and I am very hopeful that next year I will be here to give testimony for what you have done.
So, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, being a cunning person as he has been always, asama okay, so why nya abutre unsteady asama okay ni ya, you think say asama okay, he just said it for saying sick. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia on 31st, Ekachre Ghana for say, Ghana relatively we are very peaceful. Yet asumdiem. Na Ghana asumdie na etim no. Ama over West Africa, yene the most peaceful country. Over Africa, yene the second most peaceful country in West Africa. If we say, ye Ghana ye tu abakura na mintim wansi kura bana, yen yi yensa entum mo ye ho yenye basabasa. Ye sorry a na yakọ court na yakodi asem wo court. Na yokodi asem wo court a de court be kan no na yaje atum na yabetena ase. E betena ase a na chese bibia to di toti na yekọ sa. Enti o hope say 2024 elections we will settle it that way. Let's say in the first place, Bawumia has acknowledged say 2024 elections mentimi hwase beba. Na mentimi hwase ne ba ma ye nya basabasa. Yemfa asem no nkodan courts. Ehi na onya asa adwini free ye. 2012 election ye wie ye. Ene ye de asem ne courts. Now the 2012 elections, before 2020 election, maybe go ni na chiremo all the proceedings in 2012. 2013, during the election petition, Dr. Farijan was cross-examined. Bawumia was cross-examined. Part of the NDC was cross-examined. So you see, in 2012, we had the referee being examined, the NDC being examined, the MPP being examined, so that we were able to come to a reasonable conclusion. Say, yatie A and yatie B, and the referee now was shame no, so ya cross examine no, and you who be an ukrewo and a passing judgment, and tetina assume dream. 2012, Dr. Farijan Wambemaya results about 6 different times. There be one yanisa a results back open Dr. Farijan de buy. Even though a resource back open Dr. Frejan de Bay, you know, he availed himself to the court to answer all questions posed at him to clear all doubts. We watched it. It is on YouTube. 22 of your share. Me, I was here. I was in this country by me share proceedings. Because the kind of channel I use, I minya GTV, minya TV3, minya TV Africa, ni na minya. So I watched it, and it's on YouTube. It's there. That's why I took the pain prior to 2020 elections. I started from day one. I played all the proceedings. Fast forward 2023. 2020. Nana Akufo Addo came to power in 2017. What did we see? Nana Akufo Addo started loading or packing the courts. That is what we started seeing. Because na ewo madwene mu say NDC ashow mu go back in 2013. So they have to equalize the goal, which is by they believe say NDC rigged elections, even though the matter was brought to court. Afrejan was interviewed. The pink sheets were examined. Bawumia himself, ye bisa no question, no want me answer. We was you and I were not there. And the Chachuchi Kataka said, if you and I were not there, then what are we doing in this court? So we also what happened in 2013. 2017, Akufo Addo by power, he started packing the courts. We saw it. Opening case. They went and voted for opening case as to which judge is going to continue the case. 3 against 2. Then they nominated another 2 judges to come and overturn the ruling. We saw everything. It is there. And you mean me making it up. So many things. Fast forward, 2020 election. J. Mensa is the only electoral commissioner what bring results are which is over 100%. 2020 election, J. Mensa and Amaya results about 3 different times in 42 hours, 6 times in 72 hours. J. Mensa. In 2020, J. Mensa and a declaration. Anajo agreed a Ghana for good afternoon, which means it was pre-recorded. Anajo and obey a declaration. But Ushe video now, she greeted us good afternoon twice. In the video, she said good afternoon, and then I think people didn't. She's like, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?" And then she said good afternoon again. When it was around 9, say 10, say 11, Ewa Ghana, Anajo, which suggests that it was pre-recorded. Jimensa. In 2020 elections, it happened this way. This what happened. Bawumia, I'm going to answer you, but I want you to see what happened. The reason why we cannot continue to be timid or continue to go to court because Mahama Mayati say young court this time around, and I'm going to get there. This is what happened, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Maybe you, because you are enjoying the fruit of power, so you think say Ghanaians are also enjoying with you. That's why you are opening your mouth at every angle to speak in Yash in front of the populace. This is what happened in 2020.
We finished. The one you said is finished. It's finished. We have finished.
John, we now had 17,580, and Alasa Umar had 14,631, and then we have the total valid ballot 32,211, and then rejected 774, and then total vote cast 32,985. The trust in me. Mr. John Jabal Dinam. The fact that you have had 17,580, you have declared as the winner of the Zabzo constituency, the parliamentary seat. You are declared as the winner. Thank you very much.
2020, after the elections, when they realized that they were hopefully beaten in terms of parliamentary seats, so they started grabbing NDC won seats. One of them, any Zabzugu. During the coalition, eno mututu no mopamo bia. And the presiding officer no eko fie. Ano muto chain wo fie. Edu omo ankasa pink sheet coin no mutrotro omo figures. A man say one declare that man the winner. As we speaking today, that man is sitting in parliament representing the people of Zabzugu. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Muka said they see now no ebe say sibiu. Nti what shall say preachy because you know say you have no way that you are going to be the president. No way. Yankopon we tiasefo nyame o. One Yankopon one yes had mistake you know. One yet. I'm telling you. It what shall say preachy. Samujia. And you can say ye basa. Yan sorry na yan court. Court baby. Court na ma parking no. With all due respect to the court. Say Supreme Court. Mobile and any part 9 penalty Supreme Court say 11. 9. No 11 and me and call retirement. Now Akufo Addo replacing me and Sano. Esa the beye 8 as account. We say Supreme Court and I'm 19. Supreme Court judges. 19 say 20, 21. Where is see Wagana? Where a debia and kabina and Supreme High Court aboegu because parliamentary electoral malpractices is handled at the High Court. By now, I was a High Court aboegu, but this guy is representing the people of Zabzugu as we speaking today. Look at the symbolic way he was declared the winner of that elections. Oh, say BBC Ghana for the say peaceful and BBC yanko na yanko eden yanko court to baby na yanko. This man is there. Na uba womia say wale onum no do wini ye no NDC candidate no anka this is the man I declare anka woni beje. And see wow, because Bawumia sometimes they feel say they are smart and see why this one what happened again. Just what this.
Everybody must leave the hall. Everybody must leave the hall, please. Oh, yeah, leave the hall. Oh, yeah,
this was what happened. Mon tag about Dr. Bawumia mo on the Facebook, mon tagging him, mommy. This is what happened on this fateful day. More rig election. NDC was leading, and you tried to rig the election, and they said no, they want to be there for the counting to take place and the declaration in their presence. Na musha say to nipa 8 and 9 na shiro omunkwa. Till date, Akufo Addo has never mastered courage to condemn this act. Bawumia has never mastered courage to condemn this act. Nipa 8 and 9 mashiro omunkwa free omuko. And you come and look us in the face. Oh, Ghana, they a peaceful nation. Until 2024, after elections, you know, yen try say yen resolve issue no court. Court baby. The basic fundamental human rights and freedom of a person is the right to life. Chapter 5, Article 13 of the Constitution. The right to life. Nobody has the right. So what court to say obi issue to uma mekure kuna? You have no right to kill the person. Unless say there is a pronouncement from the courts. Say yonkuni pakro. Security men who were supposed to protect the citizens, the military and the police, who were supposed to protect the citizens, you know, they were the same people whom were used to kill the citizens with their own taxes. Uniform I show mo, etu I show mo, ekura mo, bullets I wotu nim, ni na ayenkrofono omuku omu taxes na de toma omu. Bawumia has not condemned. Akufo Addo has not condemned because all those who died are not members of their family. They are not members of their family. So it's okay because they are power drunk. They just need power. One person so no enjoy all these booties. That's it. Eti eshomudin eshomon crying. Emma Joe Wise ebe katre say Joe Wise yebisa nini.
Were you a bit disappointed that the president did not even speak at all about the people who lost their lives in the Techiman South constituency?
I think that it is not fair for people to refer to an event without going back. What happened? Should the president just talk about if a criminal is shot, he's shot. The crime does not matter? I beg to differ. What happened? The president should stay out. Let the investigative people determine what happened. But I think it's not fair to insist that because somebody died, even if he was in the process of committing a crime, it becomes an issue. No, I beg to differ.
Not even commiserations to the families?
Hello? Do we commiserate with the families of armed robbers we shoot?
Are the people who died armed robbers or are they criminal?
Crime? Were they in the process of committing a crime? Let's determine that. These are thinking of any victim of any victim attracts our sympathy. I don't support that. If I am wrongly killed, I deserve sympathy. But if I am shot in the process of preventing a crime, I deserve that.
From your own estimations, these ones are not deserving
that. Okay. We haven't determined that. That's why that should not be our process. Our process now, our focus now should what happened. Nobody's talking about what happened.
So Joe Wise, video ninyo. We never saw them snatching ballot boxes. We never saw them having a banter with the security men. We never. That's the video, raw footage, unedited facts. Video nini. Joe Wise gathered the courage and must start courage. Say they are criminals, so the president should not even speak about it. And Tina, the lame duck president till date, he has not spoken. Bawumia has not spoken. And the Joe Wise person, vice president, after calling innocent people whose taxes are used to feed him, his sorry ass, he called them criminals. Akufo Addo mu taxes channel you call them criminals for exercising their patriotic rights. And no person vice president. Eti Bawumia gada courage catch say nyama we na asia mayen nye gidigidi yanko court na ye call ye no say ye law abiding citizens Your call, you know, the referee now was swear oath said she would testify, you know. Court to shielded her say, oh, and you guys will testify. In the end, Uncle Bium. Jama sometimes I know Omuka se Ghana for your wuri enim kosoro. Asam na John Mahama kaya na muyem sisemono. It will happen. It will happen live and colored. It will happen. John Mahama Kasemwechiremo. You maybe you are underestimating the capabilities of Ghanaians. Maybe that's why.
I say maybe a DCP are not politician answer. Just in 2020 answer. Elections, it will be one or lost at the polling station. You see. And the polling station they very do or die. Because all die be die. They very do or die. The right thing must be done. 2024 polling station and that you better win the election. You train and mark you can say collation center and at the Supreme Court they be collation center and a polling station home. We will do everything to make sure that the election is free, transparent, and fair. Young person here MP4, we don't want to cheat them. Yes, young person will be having the eye. My abandoned friction. Not Ghana for panel. Of that Ghana for Akumasono. Let that be what is done.
Sa asem ya John Dramani Mahama kai. Wonu ankasa kura kasa watwa sa ya ye ntwensan. Because it is part of our democratic rights enshrined under the Constitution to protect and defend the Constitution. And any subversion of the votes of the citizen constitute treason. You are subverting the will of the people, which is against the Constitution, which amount to treason. And it is our duty to protect the Constitution, even if we have to exercise the maximum force by killing. Go there, the laws of Ghana, chapter 3, chapter 4, defense of the Constitution, article 11, clause 3, 4, 5. It is there. Yes, defense of the Constitution, article 11, clause 3, 4, 5. It is there. Anybody who try to subvert the will of the people, you can kill the person and you commit no crime. And when I see, you know, soldiers and police were used to kill innocent Ghanaians, you know, it will not happen again. It doesn't matter they are military or they are police. If they try to commit the same crime again, the citizenry can kill them and they commit no crime. It is in the Constitution. And this time around, it is going to be do or die. Akufo Addo Krampo when your lawyer Papa Kraka or die be die cry criminal statement krano. Nobody charge him. We were here when Akufo Addo brought missionaries from South Africa to come and train thugs who were used to perpetrate all these criminal activities, who are unfortunately found themselves in our security agencies, and that those guys were used to kill innocent Ghanaians in 2020 elections. Those guys were used to ransack a competent court of jurisdiction to free criminals. It is not going to happen in 2024. And see, it is not going to happen. We shall make sure, say, we will equip Ghanaians with all the laws they deserve or they have to know and defend themselves at the police stations and collation centers. It doesn't matter, say, we're police, we're military. So we are against the fundamental rights and freedom of the citizenry. We are a subversion of the will of the people. Take the person out. Minkasa se military jina wono wo ye ne dwuma kobono debi. Minkasa se police ye ne dwuma se wo ye so kobono debi. But so who say police ni ana military and any other government official is trying to subvert the will of the people. Take the person out. It is enshrined in the Constitution. It is there. Eti bawomian sama wo kekano nenum ne ekekano no wotiti nenum keke. Demu ye na mukum Ghana for na mu enjoy the fruit of your wickedness, you know. You think it's going to continue again? Debbie, we are going to make sure that we protect the ballot from the polling stations all the way to the collation centers. No bagawaya. Eti muman kra wen koto bawomia. Zabzugu case, you know, the man is still there. Touching myself, nipa 8 ashro munkwa. Nipa 8 ashro munkwa. Till date, there is no inquiry into the issue. Mahama na promise yes or by he will make sure say he constitute a committee to look into the issue, and that is what we are waiting for. Nobody is above the law. Article 17 clause 1. Nobody. And to what even ma call church and say, oh, Ghana there we are peaceful. And because we are peaceful, no, must say we na muku Ghana for because mobile tax any criminals. Because we know our military men and policemen are very professionals. Those guys wearing the uniforms are the criminals you train with the South African missionaries in 2016-15. That's why they have earrings, they have hair, they have beards, they have mustache. Because we don't know that in our military settings, our police settings. We don't know that kind of costume. We don't. And when the time comes, we spare nobody. So far as say you were brought there to come and subvert the will of the people. Don't spare the person. The it doesn't make sense. I don't know be a trawahano, de be a farmer nyame. The constitution is there, it is there, it is clear. It is there, it is clear. Chapter 4, the laws of Ghana. Yes. I'm in trauma, dear. Mami read it from her because me your time. The laws of Ghana shall comprise of A, this constitution, B, enactment made by Anyahana okay. The exit Maminko 5. Subject to the provision of this constitution, the existing laws shall Defense of the Constitution. Article 3. Okay. Article 3, clause 3. Or say any person who, by himself or in consent with others by other violent or other unlawful means, suspends or overthrows or abrogates this constitution or any part of it, or attempts to do any such act, or B, aids and abets in any manner any person referred to in clause A of this clause commits the offense of high treason and shall upon conviction be sentenced to suffer death. Now mamen kosoro na minchama de. At Defense of the Constitution, Article 3:1, clause 1. Parliament shall have no power to enact a law establishing one party state. 2. Any activity of a person or group of persons which suppresses or seeks to suppress the lawful political activity of any person or any class of persons or persons generally is unlawful. The import is there, the explanation is there, but I'm going to summarize it or paraphrase it. What says a nipa bako ana nipa kuo omuye omajin say they will suppress the lawful activity of any person. What are the lawful activities? The right to register as a voter, the right to vote as a legitimate voter. When legitimate activities of a person, the right to partake in any political activity of your choice, the right to join any association, any political party of your choice. Any person will be suppressed, and this is why sometimes I come here and I was tough against Honorable Muntaka because so Obika so person contest chairman. No one will catch because say don't contest. It is unlawful because you are suppressing the political will of the person, which is a criminal offense. It is a amount for tuaba. Now the police for the military for you are suppressing the lawful political activities of the person, and those persons, when they are proven to be guilty, they are charged with the highest offense, which is treason, and they will suffer death. And then I may say, so Ochinebino, you about 2024. Now police for the military for Bejinawo, the fake ones now you do a perpetrating crime in 2020. No Musaba Beye Bioma, take them down right there. Take them down. Because it is against the constitution. And to Uridia over 5 was say any person or group of persons who suppresses or resists the suspension, overthrow, or abrogation of this constitution, as referred to in clause 3 of this article, commits no offense. It is a police for any soldier for fake ones na do omubabe di enkwasi ejuma wo honom no ama o ma suppress the voters no ana o ma subvert the will of the people no. Say gidigidi biba no omu ana muku omu a you commit no crime. Constitution na kind. It is there. That's what I'm telling you. Say any military man, any policeman be a obeba ye be yusuno. Awo ye fake. Ye be yusuno dina abe say electoral process no. Abe subverted the will of the people no. Take the person down. You commit no crime. Ye no omo ha 2024 ya chance ye no ye njai. Wa alaikum salam Jamal. Busanga fon ina hini. Ye no omo no ye njai and bibie no ye be kaso a ye olofo. Because these people, Nkrofo you know Munsere, MPP, from Akufo Addo to the last messenger. Omo mafa politics need to say nyamesum. It womu you know Munsere when it comes to politics. They will do everything. Once upon a time, Kufo Ekachre say, if you have to sell your mother for power, sell your mother for power. After getting the power, go for your mother. Kufo Kachre. Kufo say eduru baby na wo ton maame dije power ton wo maame na fa kwaje power no onya power no wi na wo de akwaje wo maame aba back. Yes, na so ton wo maame wi na onya power no na before obekọ na wo maame yakunu ana ya rape na ma na ewu ana ya twetwa ne ti a okwa obenya wo maame bio. But Kufo asama Kufo ka kire Ghana for no. He was speaking to group of MPP at an MPP event. Ghana for I think say the issue of Mami Abosen or Tam Kopao. Okay, so the issue of Akufo Addo, I will make time for that topic tomorrow because a whole lot of readings. Enti medemubesia maybe your phone lines, you know. Open fra the number is there on the screen. +1 347 472 9602. WhatsApp. Enkwa ofre regular caller memfa WhatsApp enkwa obetima frɛ na wachira wadwe ko me kasa me ka the issue of Akufo Addo na meche and I don't want to waste time itemu midemu besi am yamso from Mr. So moma nkoto Bawumia enti the relevant NDC for na mo ha no any Ghana for na mo pese mo se Ghana etumpon no. Go to chapter 1 of the Constitution, Article 1 to Article 3, Defense of the Constitution. We are now chapter 4, Defense of the laws of Ghana, Article 11, clause 3, 4, 5. Sa nyoma we na ewo honom. Until you will see, and it's a police ni bi ba momentum. Now we ba be tututuo because MPP is losing, and they want to staff ballot boxes. No move to tutua. You have the right to take the person down. Into our honor, you can arm yourself with that. Because as I said, me 2 hours, Debbie. I will make sure say tomorrow or chana, I will make time say me back na menemo abejuchun komo afa Akufo Addo the neyo eti opeso fra bet my friend.
This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
See, I don't like people like you. I hate greedy people like you. Where that's Molly? Come here. See these little boys? The only power they have against people like you is this. And they will come after you one day. They will come after you. If you were doing your job, these boys won't be carrying this. Smalley, look me for face. General, they tell you, say one day you go be something. You go be big man. Hope that gun make a hear. Thank you. When you sabi use them, then go respect you. Because now your money, then take they do all the madness within the do. Go do your work. Let it go.
Ghana for I think the Bubesi, as I said, you know. Open so fra beti my friend watch the word. The number is on the screen. WhatsApp course on Kwa. +13474729602. We are live on Facebook on Concerned Citizens of Ghana. We are live on Facebook on Real Talk. We are live on Facebook on Mr. Article. We are live on Facebook with Shafiq Mohammed Suleiman. We are live on YouTube, Real Talk TV. And then I think I didn't get any notification whether we were live on Loud Silence TV in Tina. That are the main Kasam found because my sending message by me Moabia. So net the honor into Obeso Fra Obetima Fre. Now watch the word. So I have like few minutes in the next 2, 3, 4 minutes. So call BMA or call it a day. A very, very important. Now the honor now the honor so Obeso Fra. Because sometimes, you know, I think you have like 20 seconds delay. So I have to wait for a while. Because sometimes, you know, may pon on amount for free, you know, but I cannot come back on air. So, open so for my friend watch the word if they can Akufo Addo part no China because I have a different program I was saying me koye aside that and so no mesako baby enti me pese me check too much this topics. To this program, so me person beche 2 hours is enough. Into ochina yeba and then we'll take care of Akufo Addo. And also Sema Wokika. We have to take care of that too. Very, very important. It's person with my friend watch the watching. The number is on the screen. A WhatsApp course on Kwa. WhatsApp course on Kwa. Inti ofre regular minti memfa. Inti net the honum no. In the next few minutes, you know. Yeah, we are going to. Tiba Omiadie, Omashada, they are trying to bait Ghanaians. Washada know what to do to Nyoma because there is no way but Omia will message or the Bible convince about Ghanaians for them to vote for him. Never. So the Ombeni said they are going to start with this. Oh, Ghana, they peace, you peaceful. And TBBC, young fan call court. Young fan court to be a court on the uncle. Court na ye di party apparatchiks akoguo electoral commission ye di party communicators akoguo no court baby there be unimu owu a na wahwe na ba ma aka bibi esi wo wabrabo mu a udi sua nyansa de esi 2020 no ye de sua nyansa nti na mama differences no under Aferijan we saw what happened, under Charlotte Osei we saw what happened, under Jemensa we've seen what happened. I think we are not going to wait for it to happen again. It is a no margin say, oh, we are still going to rely on the court. Obi no will downplay the jurisdiction of the court. There be court near the yeah, we support them. Court near there was the boatimemufona, we support them. Court near the enya, we will criticize them. Court no is not above criticism. I had the Supreme Court, we are criticizing them all every day. Every day we are criticizing them. Last week on one sem about ye chomechi. Last week yeah. Efa Trump on person disqualify you from all angles. Last week yeah, on one sem about ye chom. Omukra munka so munye nyame. Ye wa hand Supreme Court can say we Ghana ni ya o birth set air spy enye kura ye kuro fun a sebi. Kuro be ewiaso kuro be na o birth set air spy. Kroben and Obef set a spy. Adia the only document I mean nim say en spy we are say a birth set. Who a birth set forever. Ghana and Kwa birth set. You say it doesn't prove say we are Ghanaian. And you say birth set no it expires every 5 years be one koye birth set for we Ghana ni bium. Ghana till date that ruling still holds until say Abanfu from Beba overturning that ruling until date. Who are Ghana every 5 years one could renew birth center. Unya Ghana ni biu. Supreme Court we. Some of them. some of them. In Ghana for Medimubesia. Yeah, Medimubesia Mihe. Yeah, I think I have just 5 minutes into Medimubesia. Hopefully we'll come here and speak about Akufo Addo tomorrow because it's very, very important. Akufo Addo one person be sign trumu bill, one person be sign. Now what the narrative because we're a quack lawyer, when you're lawyer and kasa one go school, uncle senior law, there be one throw law exams that there be a apprenticeship or a paralegal, what lawyer office, what a new front desk. Why I say how do you front desk? And customer service. It's over now. I throw now. I throw okay. Now I appointment. I'm a lawyer. That is what he did. Or by na you best swear in. Onunkwa ewo Justice Doche say what's the name of that judge? You know, that judge was working under Akufo Addo's father's firm. Fortunately, every Supreme Court judge and also swear Akufo Addo in as a lawyer. Akufo Addo uncle school once you law. When ni record we wiase bebia eno nti so oba no wo pese wo di constitution no ebu ni ntanchia edidi nsemu no a some of us will come and straighten him. Sa LGBTQ bill no one pass kura na parliament pass ya ye be sign it ye be accent no because that is not his job. His job is to assent to it and take the matter to court. Ye be be chechire mu onim say e ba dey ati say dey na ye no e be chire all the relevant documents first provisions you know for you to know say Akufo Addo does not even understand what he's doing and what he's saying. Medum besia me amuso from historical. Hopefully ochina ya me ya adom na wode nkwanche na techrema eda so da bodwem na moja eredi frusane a ye ne mo eba betina adwetwe nkomo me amuso from historical. We are here 2024 election year. No bagawaya. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Ebiasi bemboni Eni brana shayakuma Nipa na pono krena Pese minkumnya na shayemuma Abroni semoni adosu Yeni ye Yesa ye kei Yesema ye kei Rabehe na konto koni Jama Nadawo Yeah Nipa na fono brana Pese mikumnya na sheye muma Abroni semoni ados Yeah, mi rawo Dati jimeti mi rawo Mama na konto koni Yeah Masem yeah No question nipa na mpenika Ye wani tua na wokwam po wanyi ntumuda Aba onya memra na fe ya twatwene na ya dane ye ni so nyansafo na ye ebu nipa ye ni mani wo ye ni mferie ye fe ni die wo nti ato say ye obedi obi hu adanse kumu anya nipa ni mfeva teche madane bosha hodosu ni nyina onteda onya me achi difo no po ne mane ye ya efi se wonyina nim se da chi obebu akonta enso trust sem na so kwate ni nika ni ebubu so ni anonte oyo jiji sika se nyame ma Peter Achedia was I here the check one. Tiba the 10 I saw manage consultation number. Yes, Christo Bako, Draco Prono Bako, about it just getting the more that be where the differ. When we are minipa, for any deeper, and the Debbie I can carry when him Trenya me sompa. Charlie, it's not funny anymore. No, some other believers even declare holy war. But I beg Charlie, tell me what be holy about this war. And then Nipa Mojana Debbie I what more? Eni brana shayakuma Nipa na fono brana Pese mikumnya na shayemuma Abroni semoni ados Yeni Yesa Yesema yeke Rabehe na konto koni Yeah Masem yeah koma yengo Desmo benyansa fonya na montete ne suma no baba so bo ma de se no nemum ye de fata no ene wo sabe ko wa no edina de wo na fa no amanyo se me adwuma mu podi nyina ye kanana no ye de afobia to ye trim propaganda no o man pelifo di no kweti asidi ama o mamma no ene wo kire de to kwanda nso ye ne mo ye danta no de obenya kukodu aka no na ya bona no adamu die ne bu apayo ahusenti na wayo Joni papa na wanye no ye boni man Sese asno no kwe na so me no kwe ye jasam no huntre henti hu ne fo masi bre and adane nkoto krani afe ya ra ye shebre o man na dane nko besie atu nipa ne bre ye bre atu bre bi na ye go hwede ye tre ya masika de nim na da ye de ye no do bre ye se ko jamansa no femfem ye nso enso nipa da sani ko gina he kokan ewi asise bi no mogidi eni go wonso woni wonya adwen aden na obefa won ho tan trust am no say no make kind your friend bonne se papa ne papa se bonne mfa nyame nto chacha ewi asise bi